PoE2 has some handy slash commands and chat features which you're probably not taking advantage of. Let's go over them. Let's start with some options that I like to have set up here. If you hit escape, go into options and go down to the bottom of the interface tab, there's a few chat options down here which can be handy. The show, global, trade, and guild are pretty self-explanatory. Timestamps in chat I like to have so I can see like when people DM me for trades and stuff like that, can just be kind of handy. Output dialogue to chat. What this will do is it'll make it so like when your character is casting spells or when NPCs say stuff, it'll put it in the chat window. I don't find that super useful, and I find it just like is scrolling things out of the window that I might like to see, so I like to toggle this off. And then finally, we've got chat font size, configure to your liking, and you can also actually configure the chat box height and width here and like make it take up the full height of the screen or be super wide if you'd like. With that all set up, let's get into some of the actual slash commands here. So let's close this, open our chat window. / is the way that you actually invoke commands. We'll just start with some kind of fun ones here that are kind of interesting to check out. So you can do / played to get your current playtime on your character. Sound off in the comments to see who is the most degenerate so far. You can also do / age and see when your character was created. This is just like, how long it's been since the character creation time. Finally, in this kind of fun, just like info category, you can see how many times you died. I'm also curious on who's got the highest death count thus far in the previous 2 weeks. And you can see your total monster kill count. This one's kind of cool. So I'm at 39,000 monsters. Those are just some kind of fun, interesting ones to get us rolling. From there, let's get into some of the utility commands that are kind of similar to slash commands we had in games of old. If you're a veteran MMO or ARPG player, you're probably familiar with these, but PoE2 also has / invite followed by a character name. We'll invite the character to your party. / trade with followed by the character name will open the trade window with that character, and then / kick will remove a character from your party. Simple enough. This same syntax is used for like the friend command. You can add friends that way, or unfriend also can be handy. You can also look up player information this way. So like if I do who is Rhea, which is my character, I can see some info about me, like my level, where I am, what league I'm in. This only works if the player's online, I found, which is kind of odd, but that can be handy. With this same syntax, you can also ignore characters. So if you ignore followed by the player name, it'll ignore that character so they can't DM you anymore. And then unignore is the way you remove them from that list. Finally, the last utility command that I wanted to touch on here is / clear. Will clear your recent chat history. So if we open chat again, you can see that there's nothing in here. From there, let's talk about chat channels a little bit. So normally when you hit enter, it'll pull you up into local chat here. That's where you'll be talking if you're wanting to communicate with other players. Alternatively, if you hold control and hit enter, it'll pull up the whisper dialog where you will whisper the most recent player who contacted you. This can be pretty handy if people are messaging you for like trades or something like that, to just respond to them quickly. Shift plus enter will pull up a shortcut to get you into global chat quickly. And then finally, control shift enter will pull you into party chat. You can also use these symbols that you're seeing here to respond to people, or to switch between channels rather more quickly as well. So you can always go like, global using the £sign or the octathorpe. You can use the % to get into party, the $sign to get into trade, and then finally guild. There's no keyboard command to get directly to guild, but if you use the ampersand, it lets you type into guild chat. Whispers as well. So the sign will let you, and you can manually type a character name, and then so like do at Rhea, and then say hello, and it'll whisper me. While we're on the topic of chat channels, let's talk about global and trade a little bit. So you guys might notice that I am technically in global and trade chat right now, but you'll see I'm not getting any messages. That's because I'm in weird global and trade channels. You can actually configure which channels you'd like your client to connect to. So I'm connected to global chat channel 1337 right now, and trade chat channel 666. You can configure these. There's like tons of them. Some people use some of them, like there's communities around them. I will be hanging out in these, so if you'd like to come say hello and see if there's anybody around, these are the channels I'll be in. To join one of these channels, you issue the / trade and then the channel you'd like to join. So joining trade 666 will put you in trade chat channel 666, and you can say like, then hop into trade and say hello. And this will actually be sent to that 666 trade channel. Global is actually the exact same syntax. So you can do like global 42, and it'll put us in global chat channel 42. But then again, you can always just like toggle between channels, so we can go back to global 1337, and now we're back in our global 1337 channel. There are also a series of commands you can use to kind of set your current status for your character, like if you're AFK or something. I guess, yeah, we can start with that one. So /AFK will put you into AFK mode and give you an auto reply. If you want your auto reply to be something different, so you can be like AFK recording a video, and hit enter, it'll make that the next string you send after the /AFK, it'll set that to the auto reply that you send if somebody tries to message you. D&D is the same, so D&D is do not disturb. This player has D&D mode enabled, but you can also specify a message there, leave me alone, and it'll make that your do not disturb like mode auto reply. No chat actually just toggles all chat, so if I do this, you'll see that like no chat comes up, so even if I do like hello, like I don't see my own chat. Command info doesn't come back either, so if I do like who is my character name, I don't get anything. Then to get chat messages working again once more, /no chat will turn chat suppression back off. You can also set status this way, which is what people will see when they're looking at you in the guild list or in the friends list, so if you pull this up and just do /status and just do like recording or something, and then you open the friends list, you'll see that that string you sent in is what your social status has been set to. And finally, there's one more command which I found really useful, which I'll leave you guys with. If we open the map here and we teleport out to a town, and then we open our chat channel back up and do /hideout, this will actually teleport you to your hideout directly without needing to open the map and like pull up that information, which I've found this to be super handy and use it all the time. If we teleport back out here, we can also do /hideout followed by a character name, and if that character is in your party, it'll teleport you to their hideout. I just use my own character name, but if you're in a party with someone, you can do that to join their hideout explicitly. That is a little less handy because if you're in a party with them, you'll see a little button to do so, but if you're, you know, a chat power user, that can save you a little bit of time. On the note of power users, there are some tools and utilities that can make this a little bit easier. One of them is called PoE Sidekick. I'll put a link to it in the video description. You can use it if you'd like. It's essentially kind of like an overlay, but one of the features it has is it makes it so you can hit a single command, like F5 by default will teleport you to the hideout. I'll link to the relevant sections of the Path of Exile like terms or where people have discussed this, and right now their policy is that as long as the command that you're executing is only doing one server command, so like a single / command, this isn't against the terms of service. This means that technically, like let's say you have a programmable keyboard or mouse or something and you want to make it so when you hit a button on the keyboard it types, you know, /hideout enter to teleport you there. That should also be fine, but again, I'll have a link to that in the video description. I think that's about it. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching. If you found this useful, be sure to subscribe. I'll have more of these kind of like fun utility videos going up shortly. You can catch me on Twitch or join the Discord if you just are looking for people to play PoE with. We're always happy to have more kind of join the group. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.